Welcome back. You know what time it is. It's time to check in with the one and only Bob Bosold over at Wax to see what's happening in the crop and agricultural world this morning. And you know, it's kind of cold out there, so I mean the crops and all that good stuff. I don't know. They might be doing okay, right, Bob?
Absolutely doing okay. whatever they're doing.
I know. That was terrible. I was trying to wait for you to pop up, and I was just letting words come out of my mouth.
Oh no, maybe you're talking about Christmas shopping and they're doing okay, huh?
Probably.
You
I'm here.
You got all yours done?
You know, no. I never have it done on
Really?
time, ever.
Oh boy, I spent last night wrapping Christmas presents, and I think I'm all done.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm all done. Maybe a few knickknacks and things like that, but I think I'm all done. I feel pretty good about that.
You're ahead of the curve then. It's not even December yet.
I know it. That's not usually, but it is this year. Well, let's take a look at what's going on in agriculture this morning. Most of the combines around the country have been cleaned, greased, and are back in the shed, but not all. This week's crop progress report shows that nationally the soybean harvest is done and 96% of the corn is now in the bins. That's a jump of 3% from last week, but still leaves farmers 3% behind last year when 99% of the corn was off by Thanksgiving. Michigan and Ohio are the two major states lagging behind the furthest. They're only about 80% harvested with their corn. That report also shows about 91% of the winter wheat is now emerged with a crop rated 50% in good to excellent condition. Wisconsin farmers still have work to do in the cornfields. We've got 85% of our corn for grain now harvested, but that is about normal for Wisconsin for Thanksgiving week. Farmers also report the moisture content of the corn being harvested now right around 19%. Farmers in east central counties are the furthest behind with their corn. They've only got about 70% of their corn crop harvested. Now, the soybean harvest across the state is about 98% done, as those beans are in the bin. And the winter wheat crop looks good with 97% of the crop emerged. Crop is rated 66% good to excellent. Farmers around the state have also managed to get 75% of their fall tillage done. And as we look at topsoil moisture, that remains 81% adequate to surplus, 16% short, and 3% very short. Well, the hearings to reform federal milk marketing orders have restarted. Those hearings were adjourned on October 11th, but they restarted yesterday back in Carmel, Indiana. But if those hearings aren't finished by this Friday, December 1st, they will have to move to Zionsville, Indiana, because the Carmel facility will no longer be available. Then, if they're not finished by December 8th, they will again be adjourned and restarted at a later date, more than likely after the first of the year. And a federal court in Illinois has ruled that the lawsuit against John Deere over the right to repair farm equipment can go forward. A group of farmers across the country brought that lawsuit, claiming the company monopolized the repair service market for John Deere equipment with onboard central computers known as engine control units. The judge ruled that the farmers' complaint alleges both constitutional and antitrust standing, relevant markets, and that all the necessary requirements are there for each count in that complaint. Well, let's go to the market board, where markets were mixed on the Board of Trade yesterday. Corn was under some harvest pressure and also pressure from South America. Beans were higher with a big rise in bean oil and a possible Chinese buy of soybeans. Overnight, though, March corn did give back a penny to 472. The March wheat up a penny at 573. March soybeans down 2 cents, sitting at 1362 this morning. Looking at our dairy markets, barrel cheese traded 4.25 cents lower yesterday at 142 3/4. Block cheese was unchanged, and the butter, evidently everybody doesn't have their baking done yet. Butter up 6 3/4 cents to 256 3/4. Class 3 futures continue to just be very humdrum and not very exciting. November was up 2 cents at 17.15. And December was up a penny at 16.36, but January was down 9 cents, 16.35, as those prices were mixed out through next summer. So that's where we are today as far as, more combining being done today. So be careful out there. 41 degrees and sunshine, farmers are going to be busy.
Yes, yes, they will. I know I can't single-handedly shift the butter market, but I did buy a bunch of butter to do baking, so I'm trying.
What's your Christmas baking specialty?
Snickerdoodles.
Is it really? Oh, good.
Don't worry, I will bring some across the parking lot to you guys when eventually.
You're reading my mind. Have a good one, Leanne.
You too.